This is the first time your Christmas show has been to Arizona, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Tell us about it.
Well, we started our Christmas show on Broadway a couple years ago. Then we got such great response there. We said, okay, let's try it a little bit more. Went to Detroit and Chicago last year, and they said, we got to go to Arizona, Los Angeles, and Salt Lake City this year.
We were known for the Donny Marie Christmas specials. And, people would watch those back in the 80s and...
1880s.
Yeah, 1880s. And we thought, well, let's give it a shot. We haven't done one for a long time. We had success in Las Vegas. And it's kind of becoming a tradition now to go to a different city every year. And we get in, boy, it puts us in the Christmas spirit. I guarantee it'll put you in the Christmas spirit.
And it's very unique. Obviously you have a lot of Christmas songs in it, but there's also a tribute to Andy Williams.
Yeah.
Can you talk about how he plays?
Well, as we all know, we lost our dear friend Andy Williams this year, and he's the one that gave us our start in show business. So I do a little tribute to him. You see a lot of the original footage of when I made my debut on his show when I was 5 years old, and I sing Moon River, which is one of my favorite Andy Williams songs.
Absolutely.
So there's that. Marie sings opera. We do all kinds of dancing. And
I do a tribute to the troops. I went over with Bob Hope over to Saudi Arabia. And we got some, fun footage.
We also get the audience involved quite a bit in this show.
And this sounds nice, but I mean, you just have to see it. It's visually beautiful.
Difficult to explain.
It's hard to explain. It's an experience. So we kind of have that whole pacing and 5 decades of performing.
There's dancing and singing and all kinds of excitement, and then Marie joins me, and then.
So many generations know you, but you're keeping it fresh because isn't your choreographer the person who choreographed Usher?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He's involved in Usher.
We have several different choreographers. It just depends on the piece that we're using.
And also people from Dancing with the Stars involved in the show as well. So there's...
it depends on the production number. You bring in the person that you need.
And you have to evolve the show all the time. I mean, if you see our show in Las Vegas and you wait 3 or 4 or 5 months, it'll be slightly different because we're constantly changing things all the time.
It's important.
I'm sure you've been asked this a million thousand times, but brother and sister, you look, the way you're sitting, your chemistry, you love each other, you finish...
Toxic?
One another's sentences. What's your relationship really like off stage?
We hate each other.
Yeah, we don't... No, actually, it's interesting because our lives are pretty much separated now because we have our own families. Yeah. We see each other out on stage and when we do interviews.
Yeah, basically. I live in Vegas. He lives in Utah.
Yeah. So
but, how would you want to work with your sibling every single day?
No.
But over the years, because we really didn't work together for about 28 years.
Right.
We were doing our own individual shows and things like that. But there is a comfort level that you have working with somebody. When something goes wrong, you look at each other. Maybe it is a genetic thing. I don't know. You just kind of look at each other and know how to fix it, And
another interesting thing is that, and we talk to people all the time after the shows. We do meet and greets after the show in Vegas. And they say, it's so much fun for us to see Donny and Marie on stage together because it takes us back to the times we grew up watching you on television.
And let's talk about that. You were the youngest sibling duo to host a show, correct?
Right, that's correct.
Yeah, we still hold that title. Isn't that crazy?
No one beat it.
Talk to me about that title because you see new shows pop up every single day on every single channel. Bring me back because...
You don't remember that?
No.
Yeah.
But tell me, you're like...
Really?
So... But tell me about that. What was that like?
I was 14. He was 16.
Yeah.
We were even younger than that when we had our first #1 records. But we started at age 3. And so over the years, our show was basically Entertainment Tonight meets Johnny Carson and Letterman and any kind of magazine show. We were the show that everybody did.
Because you didn't have the thousands of channels that we have nowadays. So if somebody had a record to promote or something, or something,
or whoever won the Super Bowl, or
they were on our show to promote it. So it was the variety show.
We debuted the Star Wars characters for the first time.
I don't know how we talked George Lucas into doing that.
Yeah,
dancing with Chewbacca. That is something that will go down in my.
But
my
we
history.
worked with people like Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr., Elvis Presley, Lucille Ball. We grew up with the greats, and I think that work ethic. We feel like we kind of got in on the tail end of what we called the amazing entertainers, whether it was Elvis, whoever. And you learn that work ethic. We would put in, 17-hour days, 6 days a week. But it taught us to work hard and to love what we do. And you'll see in the show, we do many kinds of musical styles. We sing lots of different kinds of things.
And at the very end of the show, we we kind of like encapsulate all 50 years. We highlight a lot of the entertainers that we've had a chance to work with, from Groucho Marx to Britney Spears and everybody in
We
between.
debuted Britney. We debuted Christina Aguilera.
Yeah, but to be able to see all those faces and say, we worked with them,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool for us,
It's
too.
fun.
And looking back now at everything you've done and the people you've been with, how do you feel to still hold that title?
Well, it's an honor,
Well,
first
we
of all.
box.
Yeah. No, it's an honor to be able to say, yeah, we're the youngest people to ever host their own television show. But you don't rest on your laurels.
No.
You keep going. You look at the future. You say, okay, what are we going to do next year? I mean, Marie already has plans of what she wants to do. I have plans of what I want to do.
What do you want to do?
I'm working on my 60th album right now. So that's my big thing. And I have some television ideas I'm developing. So the next couple of years are going to be pretty darn interesting.
I just launched my talk show on Hallmark. It's called Marie, Not Donny. And
I don't want to be part of it.
and I have a new book coming out. I just finished it actually last night. We just sent in the final chapters this morning. So it'll be out for Mother's Day.
Is it a memoir?
It's a wisdom from, I had an awesome mother. We had an awesome mother.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What made her awesome?
She was our foundation, you know, in a world called show business, which is crazy in and of itself. But to raise 9 children in show business, you got to be a pretty cool mother to do that. So, and our parents, they loved each other. They walked the walk, they talked the talk. We knew what they were. Everybody, they knew what they were. There weren't no false pretenses about our parents.
Amazing lady.
Speaking of parents, you are a parent of many. You are a parent and grandparent. What kind of mother are you?
Right now, I'm a busy mother. You know what? I've been many kinds of mothers. I've been a working mother most of my life. I've been a single mom. It's just, I think it's hard to take you and compare you to someone else, and that's kind of what the book is about. I think we have to give ourselves a break and not compare our worst to somebody's best. But I think my children love me. I think they think I'm fun and crazy. And I work with my daughter. She designs the clothes in the show. And I'm proud of my children. I have 8 beautiful children. And I have had the heartache that motherhood can bring as well. So that's kind of what this book is about, all those many highs and lows of the word mother, which I don't know. I think that's a question you'd have to ask my children, what kind of mom I am. But I had a great mother as an example. I wished, you know, I hope that someday that they'll love me as much as I love her.
Now, you are married to your first husband.
From Arizona. He's from Arizona. He's coming in for the show here, yeah.
How does that happen?
I don't know. It's called miracle. It's not like you plan those things. But I'm so happy. It's really lovely to be happy.
What's your key to a successful relationship?
Date every week. Always have fun. Very important. I found some great, you'll see in the book, I found some great journal entries from Mom and Dad.
Oh, cool.
They knew how to have a great relationship.
And you're a grandparent.
I got my 5th grandbaby coming in about 4 weeks.
And what's that like being a grandparent?
It's the best. It'd be great if we could start as a grandparent and then go to parenthood, because it's fun to go through that process. And got 5 wonderful sons. One is going for his business degree, his MBA at UCI. Got a doctor. My second son, the other one, is back in Boston at one of the top advertising firms in the world, and so it's fun to see them grow and develop in their own talents and not push them. You know, you just support them.
You have a lot to be proud of.
Yeah.
Is there anything, loaded question, we don't know about you that you know, maybe someone hasn't asked? Is there any ritual you do before you get on stage? Is there any style that you always?
Yeah, is there something we don't know about you?
No, I think you know everything. Well, there's a side of my life that I keep private. You know, there's a definite dividing line where nobody goes into my private place. You know, my home is my little kingdom. My wife, my children. I don't promote them at all, obviously. But my show business side of my life is an open book. It has been for my entire life, for 50 years. You know pretty much everything about me, except for my private life.
Me? No, I think you know everything about me.
Anything right before you get on stage? Do you say a prayer? Do you eat a certain food? Do you drink a certain drink?
Well, if the show starts at 7:30, I get dressed about 7:29. Hey, Nadine, we have been doing this for so long. You know, it's like, okay, let's just go out and have a good time.
It
See, that's the key.
depends.
That's the key to show business.
It depends.
If you're having fun on stage, the audience is going to enjoy it as well. Yes, we work very hard. You know that. The world knows how hard we work. But when you get on stage, it's have a good time.
you can tell the difference between an entertainer who has a set show and an entertainer who follows the audience. I guarantee if you came to every one of the shows here this week, you would see a little different show every night.
Slightly different every night because the audience changes.
Because we play off of them. We always have fun. But when they have fun, we have even more fun. So if you're going to come to the show, come to have a good time because you will have a good time.
At least during my segment, you'll have fun.
No, you'll be entertained in mine.
Anything else you want to add?
Other than that, it's a great show, and then Marie joins later. It's a really good show.
I think you said that, but
yeah.
boom.
But I want to reiterate the fact that mine's more exciting. And
I
also,
don't have Alzheimer's.
Also, yeah, no, and neither do I. But I have a trophy called the Dancing with the Stars trophy, and she doesn't.
He's such a butthead.
But he's.
I don't care what network I'm on. I won the trophy.
I guess you'll never live that down.
No,
I'm
I'll never let her
totally
live it
fine
down.
with it. Look, I passed out, and I hit my head so flippin' hard that I won, and I'm sticking with that story.
Yeah, you believe that, Marie. You stick with that
Look,
story.
this is what I say. I made it in the finals. We know that the girls are actually the ones that do all the dancing.
That is not true,
So
Nadine.
we're
That is
equal.
not true. That is totally
Are
not
you
true.
kidding me?
No, that is not true. Did you watch me dance on Dancing with the Stars?
I did.
Okay,
did you watch me? You did half of what I did.
that
And
is
I
not-
did it in 6-inch high heels and
But
backwards.
I got the trophy. Thank you very much.
Are we done with time?
It was a pity call. No!
Yeah, Nadine wants to get out of here.
That's how I'm starting my story. Perfect.